We're going back to basics because food is expensive and this was slapped together. I pride myself in being a person who has a fully stocked freezer at all times. I'm disappointed in myself because 99% of the time, I forget to take things out of said freezer. I love a good meal plan, but if we're being honest, most nights are just slapped together. I hope for the best, I use what I have on hand, and I try to incorporate healthy components as much as possible. The first part of this recipe was actually me making vegetables. I threw a bunch of the Normandy Blend on a tray, I added all the seasoning I usually add, and I threw a giant roast into the Instant Pot. Something that happens more often than not is I forgot to eat breakfast and lunch, and therefore ate all the vegetables on the tray. When the meat came out, small little children came up to me and asked for a little tasting. That tasting whittled down the giant roast that I had, which meant that the third child who didn't eat still needed food. And so did my husband. This is the second tray of vegetables I had. This one has more crushed red peppers, and I was able to add Parmesan to it. And at the end of our meal, there was just enough left for my husband to have lunch for tomorrow. Some days are just this way. And while I desperately wanted to send my husband through a drive-thru, I really did just opt to use whatever I had in my freezer. So while this isn't the most creative meal I've ever made, I didn't spend a dime. Everybody ate more than one plate. My husband has enough to take lunch tomorrow, and I feel very much like a mom. And that's a good thing. So go find whatever you can find in your freezer. We have meals to make.